this year. His ERA is 7.11. See if that bullpen door is open 24 hours or not. It's been a revolving bullpen door all year for Ron Renneke, that's for sure. 27th in baseball in ERA, and in September 8.38. So a great outing from Tanner Houck in his major league debut. Let's see if the Marlins can break through with a different arm on the hill. Starling Marte lines one foul.
Sinker slider change. Kobe doesn't throw particularly hard. 90-92. You see much more of the slider really than any other pitch. 44% of the time.
To first for Dahlbeck makes the play, and Marte is retired.
Catching a game ball is a special moment for any fan. Fans at home, Marlins are delivering game ball collectibles right to you. Fans can receive a game ball by participating in Home Run Rewards, the official rewards program of the Miami Marlins. To learn more, visit marlins.com/fandom.
Three of the last 4 outs have been 3-U. You notice that? For whatever that's worth. Ground balls to first. I mean, you don't have to comment. I'm not asking you to.
No,
I'm just pointing it out.
I was pondering it.
It's just an oddball thing, really.
It is, right? I always try to come up with a reason, though. You know what I mean? Like, what are the Marlins thinking? What are their hitters up to? And I think that's just really, they've reacted to what they've seen as far as that outside pitch. Of course, Dickerson, part of that. We've seen it an awful lot this year, Paul. When things aren't going the Marlins' way offensively, the first place they go to almost as a unit to get right again is to their opposite field. And they're down a run. We'll see how this ultimately plays out, but we've seen it enough now to know that's who they are.
0-2. Now this one pulled to left, racing in and making the play is Munoz in left for out number 2. Yeah, you broke it down beautifully in the open about the way that the Marlins really throughout that whole 7-game series with the Phillies just had an offensive approach, and it worked. They won 5 of 7. Richard Blyer up in the bullpen for the Marlins. Arroyo, Munoz, and then Verdugo and Devers are the 2 lefties who do up 3rd and 4th that inning. And again, if Blyer comes in, he has to face at least 3. If he starts an inning, of course. Matt Joyce fouls it back. Joyce a strikeout in the 2nd, a walk in the 4th. That was all against Tanner Houck, who went 5 innings of scoreless ball, 3 walks and 7 strikeouts in his major league debut.
Yeah, that young man was on his game. Outstanding effort tonight. I'm sure there will be plenty of questions about that slider.
Pretty much wherever he wanted to put it.
Wow. When you talk about being ready for a start, that was impressive. The sweeping action, command, the 2 notes that I had on him in the video that I'd seen, he can get a little wild at times.
Joyce to left for Munoz. 7th inning coming up.
Nothing in the bottom of the 4th, so we'll keep an eye on that ball game.
Yeah, that seemed to be not much of a surprise. Jessica, thank you very much. As Brian Anderson leads things off. Anderson and then Cooper and Rojas. And I think that, again, depending on how these 3 go with Boston and how it goes over the weekend, 5 with Washington, it sounds like Scherzer and Corbin will be part of that mix too. So Marlins will have their hands full, but you could make a case that when the Marlins get to Atlanta next week, they're not just fighting for a playoff spot, Todd, but they're fighting for the division.
Well, you're going to have head-to-head. I mean, that's the whole idea. I mentioned it one of our conversations a couple of weeks ago, right? You know, you hold your future in your hands, regardless of what position you're in. You know, +2, -2. When you go head-to-head with that team, now you do your best to be realistic, and I guess that's the point. You don't want to say to yourself, "We got to go to Atlanta. We got to sweep the Braves." Ugh. Yeah, no, that's not what you want to. You know, you don't want to box yourself in that way, but handle your business now if you can, because you know you're at home, you're playing well, you handled the Phillies. It's you know, you got good things going on. Keep yourself in that position, and then see what that road trip sets up for you.
Anderson strikes out. First one for Kobe. One out in the 7th.
Well, let me be clear though. This is a game that I think the Marlins have to get. This is a split finger fastball. You see the tumbling action. Here's Anderson, who's out on his front foot. You know, for me, I mean, you got to find a way to get this game. You've got to get this game. I mean, these are so important. Playing a team, and I'm not saying any big league team can't win any day. They can. The Boston Red Sox are 14 games under.
They did split 4 with the Rays over the weekend, but you're right. You get 1 run over 6 from your starting pitcher, and you got to like your chances.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what Don Mattingly was preaching to the club. All right, guys, we handled our business against the Phillies. Maybe did even better than people would have expected, but we can't let up now. It's not the time. I told you. I mean this in every way. You get a day off on the 28th. That's it. One way or another. So, you know, the whole idea of pushing from here to the finish line, it's go. Yeah, they're out of the blocks. The MLB app is the only place to get all your baseball action, in-game video highlights, breaking news, player updates, stat leaderboards, standings, game day, live pitch-by-pitch, and much more. Download MLB app today, the official app for live baseball.
Two balls and a strike here to Cooper. He takes one low. You know, it was on that app today that I saw the news. We're just talking about the Atlanta Braves. Cole Hamels is going to make his season debut on Wednesday, and Max Fried will be back on Friday. So as we don't look too far ahead, but just lay the groundwork for that Braves series next week, they will have a different look in the rotation than what the Marlins saw last week against Atlanta. Three and 2 to Garrett Cooper. Let's go around the majors to Baltimore. A 1-0 Braves lead, and wouldn't you know it, Adam Duvall with another one. That's 15.
Wow. What a season for Adam Duvall.
What a night he had, and we were wrong. Great night. He was not the National League Player of the Week. It was Alec Mills who threw a no-hitter.
Got beat by a no-hitter.
Yeah.
Now that happens.
On the black, and Kobe gets the strikeout. 2 away.
Maybe they should have been co-players. Now Kobe not playing to his ERA so far. He's looked really good. Five up, 5 down. A couple of strikeouts. Anderson and Cooper.
Rojas to the plate with 2 outs in the 7th. That one high, a ball at no strikes. Maybe a walk in the 2nd, a strikeout in the 4th. And strikeout in the 4th stranded 2 Marlins. They haven't had a lot of chances all night, but they did leave 2 runners on in the 2nd and the 4th. And when you think back to that 7-game series against the Phillies, the Marlins, I didn't even write the X number for X number. I just went straight batting average. because there were just so many of them. But 339 with runners in scoring position against the Phillies in that series. 3 for 11 yesterday.
Now, one thing we've seen from Houck and now Kobe, in hitters counts, the ability to go to an off-speed pitch or a breaking pitch to pick up a strike. And these Marlins hitters in most instances have been thinking they're getting a fastball, not looking for a slider or thinking slider.
Left side, Devers stabs it, and Dalbec digs it out. Nice play on both ends. We go to the 8th. A leadoff double for Rafael Devers against Richard Blyer. 19th game for Hoyt this year, a 1.59 ERA. We keep telling you this has been his role coming in when there are runners on base. He's inherited 20 runners this year. Only 5 have come in to score.
And James has done a very good job. You see the ERA 1.59. You're going to see well, a lot of breaking pitches, and that's what you love about him. He's got the ability to come in and just make hitters uncomfortable. Can't really sit on anything. It's a big spot in this ball game. Offense has not done much tonight. Boston Red Sox looking for more. Devers on second with a leadoff double here in the 8th, and while you wait for the offense to get in gear, you got to find ways to keep it as close as possible.
And this is also that pocket of the Red Sox lineup that the back of the baseball card says they're good, but they've also been hot too, between Devers and Bogaerts. And you certainly don't want to get J.D. Martinez hot. He would be next. This is Bogaerts. A couple of singles, a run scored back in the 6th inning. And a strike from Hoyt.